the fast-paced world of pro wrestling, success can be fleeting, and one wrong move can spell disaster. Have you ever found yourself facing the consequences of a single mistake that cost you your job? Brace yourself as we delve into the shocking stories of wrestlers who destroyed their own careers with just one mistake. Sexy Star, born in Mexico, entered the world of professional wrestling at the age of 23, quickly gaining popularity and recognition. Her career reached new heights when she joined Lucha Underground in 2014, elevating her status within the wrestling community. However, in 2017, a single decision marred Sexy Star's career and reputation. During a high-profile event hosted by the Mexican wrestling company, AAA, called Triple Mania, Sexy Star found herself embroiled in controversy. In a fatal four-way match, she applied an armbar on her opponent, Rosemary. Despite Rosemary tapping out, Sexy Star continued to apply pressure, causing real harm to her opponent's triceps and biceps. This unscripted and reckless move sparked outrage among fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Cody Rhodes, among others, publicly condemned her actions, stating he would refuse to share a locker room with her. In response, Sexy Star claimed the injury was unintentional, but the damage had been done. As a consequence of her actions, AAA stripped Sexy Star of her title and severed ties with her. Other promotions followed suit, effectively ending her tenure with them. While Sexy Star has continued to wrestle, her career has never fully recovered from the fallout of this incident. Despite differing opinions, many agree that her actions warranted the consequences she faced. Once a prominent figure in the wrestling world, Perry Saturn made waves from ECW to WT, WCW, and WWE during the golden era of wrestling. Starting his journey in 1988 at Killer Kowalski's training grounds, Saturn initially took on the name of the Roman god before settling on Perry Saturn. He achieved notable success in Extreme Championship Wrestling ECW, World Championship Wrestling WCW, and later in the World Wrestling Federation WWF. In ECW, he formed a formidable tag team with John Kronus, capturing the ECW World Tag Team Championship 3 times. Transitioning to WCW, Saturn secured the World Tag Team Championship twice, alongside Raven and Chris Benoit. His achievements continued in WWF, where he claimed the European Championship and held the Hardcore Champion title twice. However, Saturn's career took a significant hit during a taping of WWE Metal in May 2001. In a match against wrestler Mike Bell, things took an unexpected turn when Bell botched a move, causing Saturn to land dangerously on his head. Fueled by frustration, Saturn unleashed a brutal assault on Bell, disregarding the planned outcome of the match. The incident led to a drastic change in Saturn's character, as he became associated with a mop-peened Moppy, diminishing his credibility in the eyes of fans. Despite his undeniable talent in the ring, Saturn struggled to regain momentum following the incident. The Mop storyline, intended as punishment, further undermined his standing in the wrestling community. Unfortunately, the one mistake during the match with Mike Bell had a lasting impact on Saturn's career, marking a downturn in his once promising trajectory in the wrestling world. Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive in. Abraham Washington, or AWW, a familiar name to many WWD fans, and there's a reason WWE prefers to keep it that way. Making his debut in 2009, AW hosted a segment on ECW called The Abraham Washington Show, where he conducted interviews with wrestlers. Despite the show's end in 2010, AW returned in April 2012, now just going by AW, and began scouting talent to manage. He eventually found success with Titus O'Isle and Darren Young, forming the Primetime Players. However, AW's promising career took a drastic turn on the July 30th, 2012 episode of Raw. During a match featuring Titus O'Isle, AW, who was always mic'd up during his clients' matches, made a tasteless remark comparing O'Isle's performance to Kobe Bryant in a hotel in Colorado, referencing assault allegations against the NBA star in 2003. The comment was deemed highly inappropriate by WWE, leading to an on-air apology from Michael Cole. Just 11 days after the incident, AW found himself without a job, as WWE swiftly terminated his contract. While AW later claimed his support for Linda McMahon's U.S. Senate campaign led to his firing, WWE refuted this, stating it was solely due to his inappropriate comment on Raw. Despite his attempts to defend himself and express frustration on Twitter, AW's relationship with WWE soured irreparably. Since then, AWW has largely faded from the wrestling scene, never receiving another opportunity with WWE. While his potential as a major star may have been debatable, his career's abrupt end serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of crossing the line in the world of professional wrestling. Brad Maddox entered the WWE scene in 2008, initially as Brent Wellington in OVW, the developmental territory of WWE at the time. Despite spending a significant period there, he wasn't officially signed to WWE until mid-2010 when he transitioned to FCW as Brad Maddox. His time in FCW saw him clinch the Florida Tag titles twice and the Jack Briscoe 15 Championship once, marking notable achievements in his career. In 2012, WWE called him up to the main roster following the closure of FCW. Surprisingly, instead of utilizing his wrestling skills, WWE opted to cast him as a referee. He made his mark during the CM Punk vs. Ryback match at Hell in a Cell 2012, where he cost Ryback the win, citing his desire to make a name for himself in WWE. Despite this intriguing storyline, Brad Maddox's WWE journey took an unexpected turn as he transitioned into various roles, including a stint as the Raw Assistant General Manager alongside Vicky Guerrero. However, his tenure in this role was short-lived, lasting only 4 months before he was promoted to the main General Manager position. Unfortunately, Brad Maddox's time as a GM was lackluster, overshadowed by the introduction of the Authority. He gradually faded from prominence, relegated to sporadic appearances on house shows and dark matches. His release from WWE in November 2015 came as little surprise, attributed to a controversial remark made during an untelevised segment. Despite his brief stint in the limelight, Brad Maddox's legacy in WWE is often remembered more for off-screen controversies than his on-screen contributions. Don't miss out, hit that subscribe button,